Tonight, we continue to press for answers following the death of an 8-month-old baby allegedly at the hands of her own parents. They're now in jail on murder charges. KCRA 3 Investigates obtained the record showing the family's history with Child Protective Services.
Yeah, but what's not in those records is also telling. Here's investigative reporter Lizzie Mitri.
She didn't even deserve it. She didn't even live half her life. She was only 8 months old.
Even before Jenna Abu Ghazali died in August and her parents were charged with her murder, family members say there were signs of trouble, and they tried to alert Sacramento County Child Protective Services, or CPS.
I can't fathom what's going on. Why didn't you take the baby out?
In looking for answers, KCRA 3 Investigates asked for records. This is what CPS provided.
There are far too many parts of the records that are blacked out.
Ed Howard is senior counsel at the University of San Diego's Children's Advocacy Institute, an organization that helped write the law that makes these CPS files public.
It's intended to promote a county-wide conversation about, oh my God, what happened to this baby? And can we learn something from what happened to this baby to make sure it never happens to any other baby ever again?
In this case, Naomi Magnus alerted CPS when her granddaughter Jenna was born last December. She was worried about her safety, saying the parents, Hussein Abu Ghazali and Christina Sidlecki, already had a child before Jenna who wasn't living with them. CPS records show the father had substantiated claims of physical and sexual abuse against him.
The law specifically says that that's something that Child Protective Services can consider, because it's obviously something that should be considered.
CPS's own assessment showed nearly a year ago the risk of abuse and neglect in the household was high. Its automated system recommended promoting this to the next step, but CPS went against that recommendation.
For some reason, these three lethal words, do not promote, were able to override all of that.
CPS referred the couple to an in-home parenting specialist and closed the case.
So this opened up that big question of why? Why did that happen? We tried to ask CPS and they said they couldn't comment because of confidentiality laws.
That's balderdash. That's just not true. There's a provision in the law that specifically authorizes counties to be able to talk about what happened within the scope of the release.
When pointing this out to CPS, they sent us a statement acknowledging that there are times when a social worker or supervisor will, quote, appropriately override the outcome, but they did not answer our question about why that happened in this case.
It's important to underscore there may be perfectly legitimate reasons. You know, when I go to work every day and I get something wrong, nobody dies. The job that social workers have is among the most, if not the most difficult job that we pay anybody to do. But it does mean that we deserve answers when something as tragic and horrifying as what happened here happens on our watch, funded by our tax dollars.
In Sacramento County, Lizzie Mitri, KCRA 3 Investigates.
CPS says that before the baby's death, along with the in-home parenting services, it provided the family with resources like a pamphlet called 20 Facts About Child Abuse. KCRA 3 Investigates will continue to look into the resources available for families in these situations and the outcomes. And tonight, we still have not heard back from CPS on those more specific questions regarding this particular case, but KCRA Investigates will continue to closely monitor this.